Hoi, it's louisity again, and oh my goodness, time flies so fast because we are going to be talking about our December 2025 TBR with the help of our Alphabet TBR game. Hooray! Easy? Like, oh my goodness, I felt like it was just yesterday that I was going to talk about my January 2025 TBR and how I was like, okay, it was just yesterday that I started reading the last Fallen. Let me take a look first what I read. Last Fallen Star by Grace Kim, and now like it's just so quick that we ended up 2025 just like Zoom. Anyone agrees in the comment section down below? So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, so it's just gonna have to deal with it. But the rules for this one is gonna be different. If you've been watching my Alphabet TBR games, you probably know about the rules. But this month, because it's December and I kind of want to be nice to myself, we are not going to be having any sort of punishment. So in case I pick a letter that I picked last month, or I pick letters consecutively, I'm not going to add another pick. And for this month, I'm going to just do 3 picks because there's another thing that I'm planning to do in one of the bookish cafes here in my area. And hopefully that plan comes into fruition, that I'd be able to read a book inside the cafe, because I cannot borrow it or take it home with me. I can only read it within the vicinity, but who knows if it's going to happen. I mean, you'll probably find out about it when I share my annual, all the books that I read in 2025, which will be released next year, sometime next year. So watch out for that. So you better subscribe to my channel to keep yourselves updated. So yeah, we're just going to be having 3 picks because I want to be nice to myself as well. And we're not going to be having any sort of punishments because, it's December. I choose not to have punishments when I'm going to be doing this in December or in May, because May is my birth month. So before we head on to knowing our December 2025 TBR with the help of our Alphabet TBR game, let us see how I did in November 2025 with my November 2025 TBR. 4-letter R, which is a friend pick. My friend Ashara chose Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa, and I haven't gotten into this yet. I was really caught up this month with a lot of things, and I have one more day to go, so I'm not sure if I'd be able to pick this up by tomorrow. As I'm filming this, there's only one more day left for November, and yeah, but who knows, there might be a miracle that at least I'd get started in November. But yeah, if I don't, then I don't. 4-letter Y, which is an author that starts with letter L. I chose to reread Rapture by Lauren Kate, and I reread this. 4-letter Q, which is a book over 400 pages. I chose The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna, and I read this. And for letter K, which is a book less than 400 pages, I initially chose 3 Keys by Kelly Yang. Now, why I said initially, because I decided to swap this with another Kelly Yang book, which is New From Here, and I am currently reading it.
Pick number 1.
Letter L. Letter L, which is a lucky book. I chose Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. Now, this is a sequel for Steelheart, written by Brandon Sanderson, and I relatively enjoyed, Steelheart, with the whole they're having all these hidden powers and stuff. And Locket Book is basically sci-fi is one of the things that I consider when choosing Locket Book. So anything written by a man, a dude, I would select for this prompt. And I was contemplating if I should try like a different sci-fi book, like a Blake Crouch book, but I ended up like, you know what, let's continue with a series. Let's continue with a trilogy, and I'm looking forward to read it in December.
Pick number 2. Letter T.
Letter T is a debut book, which is I'm Choosing Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. Now, this is available in my Everon, which, by the way, the reason why I swapped 3 keys to new from here, because my Everon was nice to me and it allowed me to read more than a book in a month with my Everon app, so I decided to maximize my subscription. And this has been added for quite some time now, and I really thought about this book when, like I said, if I'm going to be picking debut book, I will be choosing Ariadne. Now, another thing that made me choose this one is because I'm contemplating in terms of like Greek mythology inspired stories, if I really truly enjoy them, or is it just that Rick Riordan's way that really impressed me, or was it because Madeline Miller's writing wasn't really for me? Y'all know how I felt about like Circe and Song of Achilles. Both did not work, and I would say like, I'm not going to be reading another book written by Madeline Miller again. And let's see, hopefully I get to find, some precious gems in my reading experience of Ariadne. So this is what I'm going to be picking for debut book.
Pick number 3. Letter W.
Finally, I was able to pick all 26 letters of the English alphabet. This is my first time picking letter W. Is a series to start, and I was contemplating which series I'm going to be picking. I want to choose something that's not too long, not too thick. I chose Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And this is a pretty hyped one. At first I didn't think like I was gonna be jumping with a hype, but I decided to do so. So hopefully I get to enjoy this series, and hopefully I get to still read, the succeeding books in this series. So yeah, excited! So those are the books that I'm going to be reading for December 2025. Now I'd have to say, like, for the past couple of TBRs, I've been kind of like excited reading them. Like, they are mostly like in my mind that I want to read. I mean, I know I swapped one of them for November 2025, but still I look forward to it. And I was able to find like another book written by the same author, and I kind of had a bit of a hunch for that. So yeah, feel free to comment down below what are the books that you plan to read on December 2025. Now, if you notice, I don't necessarily do seasonal reads. I don't have like a Christmas book, which is fine, but I do have a bit of a cozy book with Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I guess. Yeah, feel free to comment down below. And if you don't do really TBRs or want to reads or maybe reads or whatever pile you'd like to call it, feel free to comment down below like the book that you're kind of like in a mood reading right now, or maybe even like a couple of weeks from now, or maybe feel free to comment down below like a book that you want to own or acquire, or like just simply feel free to comment down below a book that is on top of your mind. If you've made it this far, leave like a globe with meridians emoji, and I hope you folks liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. I'll also put down links and handles on my social media accounts, so feel free to check me out and follow me there and support me there as well. As always, thank you super much for watching. Always be thankful and unleash the reader in you. Bye, y'all.